real estate or life in general, and then answer them to the best of my ability. Okay. I'm gonna fix this right now. Okay, this is fixed. Okay. Um, so everybody who's here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Anna3022, welcome on Instagram. Shabir Mustafa, welcome. Merns21, welcome. Guys, I'm going to answer something today that's extremely critical for all the agents working in the Dubai real estate market. Okay, this is going to be my experience succinctly put in. Abhisri, welcome. And this is a question that's come from W Estate, okay? It's about getting exclusivity and so on and so forth. So let's get maybe perhaps a few more people over here, and then I will answer that question. In the meantime, let's take a few other questions. But before I get to a few other questions, I want to talk to you guys about, okay, hi to everybody who's waving. Trevor, welcome. I want to answer for you guys, not answer, just share with you a little something about how you might be able to increase the amount of money that you're making. Okay, guys, listen. The number one thing, in my personal opinion, is how you think about money. Okay, and you'll be like, well, I like money, I love money, I want more money. Well, do you? Do you really want more money, right? There's a story. I don't think that story is perhaps true, but the story goes something like this. Bill Gates was sitting somewhere in an interview, and then the interviewer asked him, like, how do I make more money in life? And Bill Gates took out a checkbook, signed the blank check, and said to the interview, you know, whatever amount of money you want, just put it into this checkbook, in this check, and you can have it. And the interviewer, I can't remember the story, girl or boy, I don't remember, turned it down once, said, no, I just couldn't do it. Turned it down twice. Here, so some of you who are young perhaps don't know about this. Bill Gates used to be the world's richest person. Are you guys old enough to know this? You guys here? You know this? Okay. He doesn't talk about it. Nobody really. Preeti Singh, 6548, hi. M. Patrick, Mocha, hi. Shefi Talks, hi. Okay, coming back. Well, Shefi, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Coming back to the story. So this person then goes on to say, no, I couldn't. Bill Gates offers it twice, thrice. The person refuses to take that blank check, right? This is what Bill Gates then retorts back to this person and says, look, never give up an opportunity to make money, okay? Yes, he's talking about opportunity, but I want you to really think about this, okay? It wasn't her giving up on an opportunity, it was her relationship with and her mindset with money that refused or stopped her from accepting that money, right? Some of you out there perhaps think that only hard work will bring money. That's not really true, okay? Just secret. You can argue with me till the cows come home, but me at the age that I am right now, the young age that I am right now, I don't believe that it's hard work, okay? Some of you are going to say it's focus. I don't think it's only focus. Some of you are going to say it's luck. I don't think it's only luck. Some of you are going to say it's about you being in the right place, the right time, also known as luck, so on and so forth. It's none of that. Guys, listen. You, when you were growing up, had a certain situation, whatever family situation you had. That family situation allowed you guys to actually then learn about money. So if money was tight in the family, then if you were growing in an average or a poor family, you feel that money is scarce in this world, okay? If money was abundant and then in your family it became less abundant, then you're going to feel that, oh my God, money can go away. If you felt pressurized because all your family's friends would come to your father for money the moment he had some money, you're going to attach and associate that notion that money brings pesky relatives asking for money, and you're going to attach that notion to money. If your father was a professor in a university and always told you to work hard to make money, you're going to say, I've got to work hard. Now, how hard do you need to work yourself? Do you need to work yourself into the bloody ground to make some good amount of money? No, that's not true. But that's your belief system, which means what? If you believe that every time you have money, you're going to have relatives bothering you for loans, guess what happens when more money wants to come to you? You want to not let it come to you because your mind is brilliant. It triggers this survival instinct. So who wants a pesky relative coming around asking for money all the time. And who wants to be in that position to say no all the time? So your mind precludes you from even letting that money get to you. I hope I made sense. If you strongly believe that only hard work, extreme amounts of hard work, like building the pyramids, is the only way you can become a billionaire, and if you're not ready, your body and soul and your mind's not ready for that amount of hard work, you're not letting that money then come to you. Even if it wants to be free and come to you with ease. If it was raining money, how many of you guys believe this? If it was raining money outside, there would still be people who are poor. Do you guys understand this here? Sangha, Abhijit, you guys, not you. Do you guys understand this? No, you guys don't understand this. If it was raining money out there, there'll still be people out there who are poor. Yeah, why? Because we've seen people win the lottery and then go back to being poor. What happened to them? Did they give it away? Did friends take it away? Did they waste it? Did they put it in businesses? They just weren't ready. So when you're in real estate, guys, listen, I can't say I wish I knew this before when I started real estate, because I didn't, so I didn't. I learned as I grew, okay? But if you're accessing this podcast or this live session, then you were meant to be here and you were meant to listen to this. And my number one advice to you is fix your relationship with money. Understand how you feel about it. Like, sit down on a piece of paper and write down all that you believe about money. You personally, okay? Your belief system might be different to your sisters, your brothers, your friends. Just write down all that you believe about money and then point out to the ones that are negative belief systems about money, and then get rid of them. And then you'll see that more money is going to flow to you, okay? That's number one, okay? Number two, guys, when you're working in real estate, try to focus, okay? If sometimes, like, in Dubai real estate, especially with all these new projects that get launched, for young realtors, it's always about chasing the next shiny object. That's fine. But if you don't go deep enough into real estate or understanding that product, when you try to sell it, sometimes it becomes a little challenging. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it just becomes a little bit challenging. All right. Hello to everybody else who's joined. Thank you very much. Hashmi Ozair, Waqas Estate. Oh, Waqas, I'm going to be answering your questions, so stick around. Ali Al Modi, Asad Manzoor, Khalid, Q10, thank you very much for joining. Okay, let's now go to some of the questions here. And if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me and I'll be more than happy to answer, okay? So somebody asks me, Dr. Harsimran Sekon 8916 asks me, any review about Bianca, which is being developed just adjacent to Shoba Reserve? Okay, very quickly, I don't know this project, which means that you should go and do a lot of due diligence on the developer who is developing it. This is what you do. So I have, personally speaking, no comment on this project, but this is what I would do if I were you. If you're not in the country, tough luck. Get somebody to do this for you. Go and visit any of the projects that the developer has developed in the country, UAE, okay? It could be Dubai, it could be Abu Dhabi, it could be Sharjah, so on and so forth. Look at the quality, look at how the experience is, number one. Number two, make sure that if you're buying from a developer, I don't know this developer personally speaking, but if you're buying, make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Look for the information on the Dubai REST app, R-E-S-T, and make sure that you only transfer funds to them into the escrow account. Good. Alina Bhatti 839. Hi, I'm currently working in Dubai in a marketing firm. Hello. Hi. Sarab Mu Muhammad, you ask, what's this? I don't know what's this. What are you referring to? So coming back to Alina's question, I'm currently working in Dubai in a marketing firm. Okay, great. Good for you. I want to change my field as I have previous experience of real estate in my country. Can I take RERA certification on current employer's visa? Probably not, but you can still check. But I've got a question for you, Alina. Like, why do you want to go into real estate, right? What's bothering you while you're working in this marketing firm? You've used your real name. You've not mentioned the marketing firm, so hope this person doesn't, your boss, your manager, the person you're reporting doesn't see this. But what's the main issue? Why do you want to switch into real estate? Is it money? Is it hours? Do you wish to work longer? Is it something else that's inspiring you? Now, here's the thing. For everybody out there, including Sheffy Talks, who's asking me a question: how to start a career in real estate as a beginner for an experienced customer service professional. Simple answer: if you're truly inspired to do this, Anu, what's my answer going to be? If you're truly inspired to do something, what does Nike say? Nike,
Just do it.
just do it. Guys, perhaps you're not at that place. Perhaps, and that's true as well, by the way. So perhaps you have been inspired, but you're not with fire in your belly today to actually take that step to quit a well-paying job and go into real estate full-time. But this is an answer for Sheffy. How do you start a career in real estate? How do you start? Look at my videos that talks about how to start, how to choose a good company, how to choose a good mentor. But the main thing is you've got to go. I've got people who come to me sometimes for an interview. They are willing to quit their well-paying jobs to start in real estate. If you don't have that kind of fire in your belly, please don't do it. Don't quit your job. Stay where you are. Just keep punching the 9 to 5, right? Or 9 to 6. If you want to succeed in real estate, you're going to have to quit and start. So now, coming back to Alina, your question. How do I get a RERA card without going into real estate? But why would you do that? You want to practice real estate half-hearted? Because it's supposed to be done the other way around. Go and join a good real estate company. They will help you get your RERA certification. While you're doing that, you're going to be start working with a mentor and helping them close some transactions, right? Let's come to some questions. Ria Dubai, why secondary market is cheaper? Secondary market is sometimes cheaper, not all the time. It always vary, okay? The general rule is that off-plan might be 30% higher. The general rule is secondary resale might be slightly lower. Dubai market is such an amazing emerging market that this is changing all the time. Okay, so it's not applicable in all situations, but generally speaking, with a resale property, you've got to pay full amount up front. You've got to pay an agency fee. You've got to pay the trustee fee. You've got to pay so many other fees associated with that. Whereas with an off-plan property, you've got to only pay 10%, get the property in your name, and then the balance 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, you can pay over a longer period of time. That's why sometimes off-plan's a little bit more expensive, okay? Yas Kamal, welcome. Maisur Jaber, welcome. Private Driver 73, welcome. Tosiv 83, welcome. Seher Abdullah, welcome. All right, let's get to some of these questions. So somebody asked me a question, and this was, I think, about the valley. Will its capital value increase? Yes, most likely it will increase in the future. Can the valley be compared to Dubai Hills? No. Different project, different location. Perhaps in a few years, give it 5 to 7 years, perhaps the valley could be compared to Dubai Hills. A possibility, but much later. Can you discuss about Arabian ranches? A very quick answer on Arabian ranches is on a scale of 1 to 10, as a community, it is today at a level 4. What do I mean by that? Like, people are starting to move in there, handovers are happening, and it's going to grow, right? So it's going to grow from level 4 to level 5, level 5 to level 6, level 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. So if you're still looking to invest in Arabian ranches, it's still a great place to invest. It's a level 4 on the scale of 1 to 10, its potential. But because it's EMAR, it will achieve its full potential. Riyadh, Dubai. Mr. Fahd, what do you prefer to sell, primary or second units? Why? We prefer to service the client, which means for the client, sometimes an off-plan property makes sense, keeping in view their taste, their choice, their budgetary situation, so on and so forth. And for some people, ready will make sense because they need to actually move into the property immediately. All right, guys, let me answer this question as well. W Estate, okay. I'll come back to your question, Seher. I want to answer this question. So W Estate asks me, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. Fahd bhai, I have a question. In my RERA card, there is an activity called Real Estate Management Supervision Services. So this means I can legally manage someone's property. I mean, can I get some property for yearly basis and can do the short-term rentals on the same? This means that your company can legally do it. Okay, my suggestion for you is to not manage anybody's property as an individual broker. Okay, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. Rather, give it to your company, let them manage their property. It's not worth the return that you get in terms of the time that you put. I'll tell you something. Back when I was starting out, one of my mentors, he individually had about 30 properties that he was managing. Bless him, right? But he was not doing it, I think he was not doing it for money. He was kind of like in that situation because he was in that situation. So that translates to about 30 properties. He was very, very generous with the people he was property managing for. He would never charge them the full fee. He would be very nice to them, so on and so forth, right? So that's about 90,000 dirhams divided by 3.67, about $24,000 per year that he would get. But I saw how much time it would take to manage these properties. Remember, when you're managing a property, you're completely responsible for check-in, check-outs, getting a property rented on time. You can't be like wasting 2 months on renting the property, which would sometimes be his situation because he was very busy with his sales, with his buyers, transactions, so on and so forth. So if you're going to be managing a property, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of effort. Don't recommend it. I've done that in the past myself. Now I don't do it. I've got a team that manages it. Pass on your client to your company's professional team. They get paid for it. You're not getting paid to manage the property and you just spend a lot of time. So focus on sales and helping buyers buy property. He's got another question, and it's compacted together. So I'm going to answer the entire question together. Okay, I'll read the question again. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Fahd bhai, I saw your video selling exclusive deals in Dubai real estate. Okay, thank you. This is one of the questions I could not have answered from anyone so far. Why would a landlord or a buyer or a client sign up an exclusive contract with us? So let's take your first part, okay? Number one, for a buyer, for a landlord or a seller, the reason they sign, and there's like 10 reasons I can give you, I'll just give you 3. The reason they sign an exclusive contract with one agent or broker is because it will lead to a stress-free process. You've got to remember that while some people have property is not their main business. It might not even be their main bread and butter. Okay, it's just a holding place for their extra cash and money. Instead of it just sitting blankly somewhere, they need this to be actually coming to them, right? So what ends up happening is they actually want a stress-free process, which means that the agent will deal with all the problems that come with selling the property or renting out the property. Now, you might ask me, well, why can't they give it to 2 people, to 3 people, to 4 people, right? Very, very simple. Because even if there's 4 agents working on the property, he has to now deal with 4 agents. Dealing with every 4 agents is more stress. Does that make sense? So first of all, it's stress-free. Secondly, it's efficient. If you've got one agent dealing with the entire process, then that agent is going to be able to communicate with all the other agents for viewings, for price thresholds, bottom price, for negotiating, so on. There's so many things, right? Then that buyer, the tenant, that landlord, that seller can actually make more money if he's working with one agent who he trusts and is credible and can deliver on the promises he's making. How does it make him more money? Let's say you're a seller. You've got 2 agents working on your property. So seller 1, 2 agents working on the property. Now, seller does not have an exclusive relationship with any of the agents. Agents also know this. So are they working for the seller? No. They're working for themselves. Now, while they're working for themselves, let's say that there is a buyer, one buyer in the market, and he ends up finding out that both these agents know the seller. What's going to happen is, first of all, these agents will cut out the other agent. So let's say the property is worth 10 million dirhams. One agent, if he finds out the buyer, and if this agent knows that your bottom line is 9,750,000 dirhams, this agent is going to hold that price to that buyer. But guess what this agent is going to do? This agent is going to convince him, I will get it to you for 9.5 million. Now that agent is going to start pestering you as the seller, and he's going to start trying to convince you that you need to bring the price down to 9.5. At the same time, you don't know it's the same buyer. But guess what? If in the middle you had one agent liaising with these other agents who have the buyer, he would hold the price and he would tell them no. And not just that, you would not have to deal with verbal offers. We only take written offers. Like, which century are you guys thinking of operating in real estate? Only written offers. Nothing verbal, right? But what ends up in Dubai, a lot of agents will call you as a seller and give you verbal offers. So now you're at a risk of losing money. At the same time, perhaps there's two agents checking in with you as the seller. So first of all, now they're not working for the buyer, but they both tell you that there's an interest from a particular buyer. Guess what's going to happen? If you know that there's an interest from a buyer in the market and there's two agents, which you would assume are two buyers, and you become rigid on your negotiation while you really needed to sell, you will lose that buyer because you didn't know it was one buyer. You thought there was two buyers, so you thought, okay, let's play them against each other. So do you understand? For the seller, there's a lot of benefits to working with one person. Now, they need to trust you and value the services you are giving them. If I am in the market to buy a Lamborghini and the agents around me, or to sell my Lamborghini or to buy my Lamborghini, and there are friends of mine who help me buy, let's say, Toyotas and Corollas and let's say Mercedes, and they're not into super sports cars, I cannot engage them on their services. So first of all, I gotta trust their service. So the agent, the seller, the landlord, the buyer gotta trust you. Then you've got to trust the value you bring. What's the value that you're bringing? The value you're bringing in terms of why they should sign up with you exclusively, why they should value you, and why they should value your terms. Now, here's the deal, okay, guys? I'm going to give you a little bit of a primer. So one responsibility I'm going to take off your head. See, I said they should trust you and value you. And then from the value, they should value exclusivity, value you, and value your terms. I'm going to take one responsibility off of you. Valuing exclusivity comes from people who genuinely value working with experts in an exclusive way. If they don't value exclusivity, to work in an exclusive way, because that's the mentality they come from, they'll never work with you, walk away. Move on. There's plenty of other fish in the sea, my brother. Plenty of other sellers in the sea. Plenty of other buyers in the sea. Plenty of other landlords in the sea. Just walk on. Plenty of other fish in the sea. They don't value exclusivity. Don't worry. Walk away. But here's now the other two parts where you've got to support them to be able to believe and giving you exclusivity. They should value you. So are you, if you're taking exclusivity from a client in a certain area, are you the expert there? Have you branded yourself as the expert? Can you talk like an expert? Do you have the requisite knowledge? Do you have the experience to show them? And perhaps you have 4 of these and lacking in one, let's say experience. Do you have a partner from your company who can support you, go to the meeting, help you? Perhaps you're not the expert in the area right now, but your marketing's like really good and you guaranteeing that I can get you the sale. So that they should value you. Valuing you means you have to build yourself, right? If I have a job to move 100 kgs from this room to the other room, right, by two people, then I need to know that they can actually lift the 100 kg, which means they're going to be strong and able to do the job. And if they are, I'll give them the work exclusively. But if they can't prove that, which means you can't prove to them that you are capable of managing their property exclusively, they will not value you, they will not give you exclusivity. Last but not the least, value your terms. Okay, so the terms you give them, I'll sell it in 3 months, I'll sell it at this price, you will pay me a 2% fee, you'll pay me no fee, you'll pay me a marketing and permits fee. All of this, they have to value that to get the full value, and then they will give it to you exclusively. Let's take one last question from here on YouTube. Ria, how is a professional real estate agent be like? What to do to become to that level? It's very simple. Build your competence, be honest and trustworthy, and put in the necessary work and focus. Okay. Sahar Abdullah asked me, can you tell me how Shobha Heartland 2 future looks like? It's a good future because Shobha is a very good developer and they deliver a lot of extremely good quality. Just one last question from Shugat Navaratna. Hi Fahd, would like to thank you for all your guidance. I do watch all your videos and it's really helpful. Thank you very much, Shugat. I appreciate your kind comments. I have 2 properties, one rented out, one residence, and the other one under construction. Almost 2 years delayed. Cherry Woods by Miraz. Don't know what to do with it, honestly, to sell or hold. Want to build a small portfolio. Hopefully, I'll be in touch with you for future requirements. Sugar, you're welcome to get in touch with us. If you want to build a portfolio, please do be aware that we charge an upfront engagement fee to start working with us, but then we do our best once you're committed to us to help you. My personal opinion, Sugar, is I don't know where the market's at. If you're getting an extremely good premium on that property in Cherrywoods today, then you could sell it, okay? But before you decide to selling it at a very, very good premium, you would just do a little bit of due diligence on understanding what the delays are, because perhaps it's getting handed over in the next month, okay? And if it's getting handed over in the next month, then hold on to it. Cherrywoods is going to be a very good community because Miras is a very good developer. What they've done with City Walk, what they've done with Blue Waters means that they're on the ball. They take care of things in the community, so they know what they're doing. So Cherrywoods would be no exception. My personal opinion, look, there can be n number of reasons why there's a delay. I don't know personally. Do some due diligence on what the delay is about, why the delay. It's very easy. Just call 5 to 10 agents who are selling Cherrywoods, ask them what the delay is like, and have a conversation with them. Pointy questions, don't take too much time off agents. They're busy people, some of them might be rude, they don't want to answer your questions. Ask them pointy questions, 3 or 4. What's the delay looking like? Have there been any sales? What do you expect sales to be like when the place gets handed over? Bear in mind, you've already waited 2 years. These are good properties, good projects. Hold on to them right now, in my personal opinion, unless you're getting a super premium, and then you can deploy that premium somewhere else. Otherwise, if you're looking to build a portfolio, quick strategy talk to you, it's a good asset to hold on. I'm not promising you big gains on this because I think townhouses might correct at some stage in terms of pricing, but it's a good asset. So regardless of where prices go, good assets are not sold under just regular pressure, okay? All right, guys, thank you very much for all the questions that came to me. Thank you very much for all the people who've joined. Asad Manzoor joined, Daily Mega Deals joined. You can send me questions if you guys have. I'm very, very happy to answer. Daily Mega Deals, if you have a question, you can ask me. Mu'ammin Abul Mahasin joined me. Thank you. Tawheed, the Sohail Shaban, Riyadh Dubai. Mr. Fahd, thank you for sharing with your priceless experience. Well, I'm very happy to share my priceless experience. I'm very happy for you to call it priceless. I'm very humbled. I think there's a long way for me to go in terms of learning what I'm doing and to sharing with you what I'm doing. Just keep a lookout, guys. I am hiring agents, okay, to work under our mentorship and training program. There is a link below. You can apply. All of you guys who are here, Daily Mega Deals, Invest with Nabil, Asad Manzoor, okay, lover, something lover, Sahil, all of you guys who are here, if you'd like to apply and work with us, hey, more than happy to take you guys on. Any more questions coming in? I'd be very happy to answer. Shugat, I'm happy to answer. For those who've joined in later, we have to go now, but I'm very, very happy that you've joined. I hope you got something out of this. And you know, there's a link below if you want to work with us. Hit it, click it, let's talk. There's a link below if you want to buy a property. If you've got any other questions, you can always drop us. And obviously, you know, put some likes on our videos, share our videos with other people who you think would benefit from it. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye for everybody who is still over here. River, West Point, Hashmi, Daily Mega Deals, Riyadh, Salhan, Nabil, FD Global Pro, everybody who's still here. From me, goodbye. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget, if you've got questions, put them in the comment section. We take it up on live and we actually answer. All right. Ciao. Much love for all from us to you. Bye for now.